Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Macaro Siding, my N-scale layout. Today we are doing the lighting on the engine shed. I'm going to sort of do a section cut, do a section cut, do a section cut, instead of having you just sort of watch me flub along with this as I normally do when I'm doing soldering. So I'm going to switch over to camera 2, and then I'm going to, there we go. So there's the building on its end, and I'm about to drill 2 holes in it and put 2 lights above each door. So we'll do that, and then we'll reset so that I can do the soldering for those lights. So let's get at it. So I have an Aeromax drill. And I've already started the holes here. So, and I've measured the okay. Oh, my hands in the way, you can't see me. So this is an Aeromax drill. I got it in a Kickstarter program. So I'm just going to show you quickly here. Okay, so this is the lights that are going to go on the outside platform. And what I've done is I've taken the lights off of this stand, and I've kept the small metal tube that the wire goes in, and I've just removed the upright. And I'm going to put those in here. Now, give me a second. I'm going to switch to camera 6. Or camera 8. Is it camera 8? Yeah, it's camera 8. So these LEDs have very, very fine wires, and because of that, I'm getting some glasses so I can see. Now I'm going to try and not put my head in the way as I do this, so you can see me at work. So I've got another light here that I can use. I'm just going to, oops, I just pulled it out of its stand. Come on, get back in there. That's it. And that's going to help me see what I'm doing here. So now, like I said, this is a 1 millimeter hole. And I've got to get it so that I can get the wire in first. There we go. I'm just going to reach inside the building. I'm going to pull. And we have light number 1 in place. Now, I'm going to throw that out of the way. Okay, David, what you do with light number 2? Light number 1, light number 2, light number 3, right here. So again, I'm going to take the wire, and I'm going to untwist it here. It's tied in a knot, and that's not going to be helpful. So I'm going to take the black and or in this case, the blue and the red, and I'm going to twist them together again. And feed the wire down inside. Okay, come on, there we go. Reach around the inside. And push this one down in place. Now I'm going to take the roof off the building. And I'm going to take the structure off of the building. Where are we at now? And now you're looking down inside. It would help if I took my glasses off here. Inside the building itself. So the next step is super glue. So again, I'm using my ultra small Q-tips. I'm going to take some glue here. Put it on the inside of this. I'm going to put this, I don't need this thing again, so we'll get rid of it. And I'm going to take some spritzer here and go. And hopefully, yes, they're both stuck in there good and solid. So now the next trick is to solder all of this together. So I'm going to switch cameras again. The number 2, and that's really not pointing at anything, is it? Okay. And we're going to zoom out. Oh, out, David. Out, out. So now I've got very fine solder here. I've got my soldering iron right here. I'm going to press a little button and it's going to charge up to 300 degrees. And then I've got this little base and it's got clamps on it. And we're going to use that to solder things together here. So again, now I'm separating these out. And obviously the red is going to go with the red. And the blue is going to go with the blue. I don't know if in China that's their coloring is. All right. Now I have to go get my fancy dancy pliers, which are here. These pliers are. I'll give you a quick look at them. These pliers, they're from DCC Concepts in the British Isles. And you can set the size of the hole. But I've got to find a light to look at it. Okay, so I'll open. Okay. I think that's going to do it there. Let's see. And then I'm going to tighten down the knob. I'm doing this off camera, guys. I'm sorry, but that's I have to. And then you can put your wire in here and pull. That's just the right size. So let's take the other blue one. Good. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to twist them together. I'm just trying to make sure you can see. Well, you can't really see it, but you can see it, but you can't see it, kind of thing. So there's the blue twisted together. Now, the next important piece in this puzzle is flux. Where did the other... Okay, I gotta run around the corner here. I need a bigger Q-tip. is flux. So this is flux here. It's paste that helps when you're soldering things together and to get the solder to flow. So here I am there, and I'm just going to put this down somewhere. Okay, I want it over there, so I have to remember that. And now, maybe I should zoom in a bit more. We'll zoom in a bit more so you can see. I always do it. I always push it the wrong way. There we go. So now, I'm going to take some solder. And now, with the help of the flux, I'm going to tin this set of wires together. This will make adding the next set of wires simpler. All right, so that goes in there. So now let's do the red. And again, I'm going to need my little strippers here. This is the only stripper I've found where you can set it fine enough that you can do these little wires without actually cutting the wires. And that's always been my problem with other strippers that I've had. I've got some really expensive ones, but they're definitely not made for this small gauge of wire. And they tend to cut. Okay, so once more, some flux. Put it down, we'll separate that out and put this down here on the clamp. Get the wires out of the way so I don't burn them. And again, a little bit of solder on the iron. And there we go. All right, so now that's done for those. Now we need to switch to North American colors, which are red and black. And I just made a long wire. Sorry, trying to get it in there, a long wire, because this is going to go down through the baseboard and then onto the 3-volt power supply power line. Okay, so now I'm going to have to readjust this. I don't want to really readjust this one. Hold on, I got my other ones over here. He says he can't find them. Oh, where'd you go? Sorry, guys. I had another pair just set out ready to go, and it's right where I left it, ready to go. So this is my other set, and this just clamps down and then strips. This too is a little bit too much of a tool for this wire, so I go down and I just squeeze it a little, and you see I just cut it. That's not what I wanted to do. But if I'm just gentle enough, and I'm going to do the black one when I've got it in my hand right now. I'm trying to keep it in. So just a little bit, and then pull the cover off. And now we're going to twist the strands together because this is stranded wire. I'm going to separate out the red from the black. I'm going to grab my flux again. I'm putting the flux on the wire. I'm going to get another clamp here clamp this one down. And I'm going to bring these two together. So the first thing to do, again, is to flux the red that I just cut. There we go. And now I'm going to bring the two clamps together. Bend the wires so they're sort of touching each other. And again, I need my reading glasses. Come on, behave yourself, behave yourself. Let's do it the other way then. It won't work that way, but it will work this way. And that's attached. Okay. Put that red over there. We're going to grab the black now. And put the black in here. And again, grab some flux. I used to do a lot of DIY renovations to my old house. And the flux really is necessary when you're doing copper pipe, but I'm not 100% sure you need to do it here, but it sure does seem to help. Okay, that's done. Now we'll do these blue wires. Yeah, my hands are in the way, I know, but I don't think there's any way to get around that. Okay. Pick up some solder again. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to strip the other ends of the red and the black. Red and the red and the black here. Come on. There. And I'm also going to tin these. So I'm going to pop this off. Pop this off. And put that over there. And just stick it in here. Now the reason I'm tinning these, it'll make it easier to put into the wire connectors that I use to connect individual components to the power source, because they go in little slots and then you squeeze them down, and so that's why we're doing this. And again, remembering not to touch the darn tip and burn yourself, which I just did. Okay, so there's that one done. So now I need the red one, and then we're going to test these, because if you don't test as you go along, you will eventually find that one of the bulbs has gone dead, or is broken, or something else. And so I always recommend at each stage of doing your wiring, test, test, test. See, I didn't flux that, and of course it didn't go on as easy as it should. Okay. And like I say, we are going to test this right away. Again, a little bit of solder. I know this probably isn't thrilling video, but all right. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put stuff out of the way for a second here. So I have a board with a 3-volt battery pack on it and the same standard clips that I use to join things to the, I don't know if that's in focus or not. I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I think so. So just these things here, and you just slide them in and snap them closed, and that's it. All right. So, and I'm going to move the flux out of the way so you actually see the end of the building. So there's the end of the building. And there's the red in place. And so this is the moment of truth. And they're not lighting up. So, okay, I think that's the right place. Oh, I know why. You got to turn them on. So there's I'm going to turn this one off so you can see what's happening here. There you go. So there's the lights at the end of the shed. The next thing to do is to do shrink wrap around these so they don't short out against each other under the table. But I'm not going to do that on camera. All right. So we're going to take a break for a minute here, and we're going to set up for the next thing. Okay, so this time we're going to put in the lights on the outside of the building. So we're looking down towards the building here. So we have. If you didn't see the last video, I did all this detailing on the inside and then the outside areas of the building. So I have 2 fuel tanks here. I want to put a light in here and a light in here to light this area so that we can have some nighttime operations and be able to see what we're doing. So what I have is these. Hold on, let me see if I can do it there. Can you see that? And I got these, I think I got these, I either got them from Temu or AliExpress, and I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I will go and look them up and try and include a link in the... So now, what's important here is I want this to be... I put them over here. I want the hole that I drill for these to be just right on. And this says that this is 1.39, 1.4 millimeters. So I'm going to go take a look at what came with... I've got a 1.4, but you know what? I'm going to try a 1.2 first. And I'm going to try it on a scrap piece of plastic. I'm going to try it on a scrap piece of plastic first and see if there's if I need to go up to the 1.4. Okay, so this has a little ring around it that says it's 1.2. Yeah, 1.2. And now I've got to find a scrap. Oh, over here. Doesn't have to be the big whacking piece of plastic, just a piece of plastic. So, piece of plastic, and the drill is on, and I press the button. Oh, it is. You got to be gentle here. You can't. Okay. So I'm going to keep putting stuff down and losing it. That's not what I'm looking for. I just had them. Where did they go? Oh, over here. Jeez. Okay, so same trick as before, except these have 4 wires on them. So I'm going to try and get them all together. And again, I'm going to put on my glasses, because it's really... There. So here's the piece of plastic. And I'm going to just... Okay, so all 4 wires are through, so that's not a problem. And now we'll see what happens with the... And look at that, it fits. So now I've got a light that's mounted nice and tightly into the baseboard, base of the model. So I'm going to pull this out very carefully so we don't damage the wires. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to drill a hole. So I have, what I've got is a piece of cork underneath here. And it's going to be halfway between the sand tower and that thing. So press and hold the button until it lights up. I'm at speed 4, and I press the button and it starts. I'm going really slowly. There we go. It's through. Press the button again and it reverses. Press the button again and it stops. So, the next hole is right here. And it's through. Again, and there, and that's that. So, let's install these lights. So, I'm going to pick this up. And again, I'm going to put my glasses on. You know what, I'm going to back out the zoom a bit just so you can see more. Because I keep not getting you guys in picture. There we go. in the way? I probably am, but we'll go get this done here. So, all the wires are in. One of the reds is not properly pulled down, so I'm going to find which one it is here and give it a yank. There we go, now it's straightened out. And I'll force this into place. So there's one. And we'll put that out of the way like that. And now I'll just go back to the bag here and get the other one. And I'm probably not going to show you me soldering all this together because you just watch me do exactly the same thing as I'm doing now. And then, I'll bring you back when I put on the leads that have to go to the battery, and then you will be able to see it lit up. Okay. So again, I got my glasses on so I can see what's going on. I have to be careful. The little towers that are for fueling the diesels are very fragile. You know, and something silly like moving a cap can destroy the sand tower. So there are some real downsides to N scale. It is tiny, and it doesn't take anything to snap things. Okay, so. Okay, what's the problem here? Well, you know what? I'm going to grab that drill and give it a little bit of a clean out here. Oh, there's another piece of plastic underneath here. That's nice. Oh yeah, there is. Off. There we go. So let's grab that. I forgot I put some extra stuff down underneath this top area here to give it something to grip to and support it a bit more. Okay, this may be a little more tricky than I think it should be. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, it just took a little bit more twisting than normal, but that's okay. And so again, we'll pull these wires through. And the hole is a little bit bigger than I want it to be, but I'm going to super glue it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to shut off the camera. I'm going to finish this. I'll do the hookup of the reds and blacks, and then we will come back and show you whether it's lit up. So you can see there's the street lights in place and lit up. So there's only two things left to do. I'm going to take a break for a little while here, and then I'm going to come back and I'll finish it. I need to put the dwarf lights on the front of the building, and I need to do the lights in the ceiling. So we'll see you in a minute or two. So now what we're going to do, I need to get my little Q-tips again. I'll move this out of the way for now. Is we're going to, I'm just going to double check that you can see what I'm doing. You would be able to see what I'm doing if I didn't put this big thing in the way. All right. Okay, so on this piece of plastic, I have some UV resin, and I'm going to use it to hold the LED in place. Now I had to go back, I had to go to the web and find out where the green light goes and where the red light goes. Is it always, you know, is red always on the top or green always on the top? I mean, and I found out that green is almost always on the top. So I'm going to put this back in here again. I'm going to take some glue, put that in there like that. Really should have my glasses on. Oh, I've got this thing here. I'll take the UV light now, and now I don't know how long I have to hold it here. That seems to be stuck. Alright, I'll take my other one, and I know this one is the red one, because they put the bulb in the bottom. So again, I'm going to take the UV resin. Hold it on here. Let's take it away and let's see if it's stuck. It did not stick. We'll try that one more time. Light goes in. Hold it in place. UV resin. Hold this in place. So what's left to do is the roof inside, and I need to stop after this and set up so I can show you how that works. Okay, did it stick? Well, it stuck to my finger, so I guess it did stick. There you are. That's what I need to. I got a little bit of spill over here. I'm gonna have to. So, turn this off. Bring over my little setup for testing. Let's see if this will light up. Okay, I can turn that on. All I wanted to do is flash. There we go. Okay, that one lights up, and it is the red one. This is the green one. We'll just test this one. Again, all I want to see here is a little quick flash of green. Well, that one's working. So, that's it for this section of doing those lights. And I'm going to shut the cameras off, and I'm going to prep for doing the ceiling for inside the building. So all we have left here is the ceiling, or more correctly the roof. No, the ceiling, not the roof. The roof would be on the outside, and we don't want the lights on the outside. So I'm going to use some copper tape here. Stuff is a bit of a pain in the butt, in that it sticks to itself really well if you're trying to do the backing off all at once. So there we go. That's I moved it again, did I? Oh, well, right. And then get the tape again. Cut it. Now, before I put this one down, I've got to get out my little bulbs. So here we are. I'm going to take one of these bulbs. I'm trying to get it out of here without breaking it. And I'm going to put the bulb down, and I'm going to make a mark with a pencil. Then I'm going to grab my little square, and I'm going to draw a line. All right. And now the copper is going to go there so that the bulb ends sit on the copper tape itself. So I'm just going to again, I want to start it, but I do not want to pull all the copper off at once. So we'll get the bulb out of the way. Copper tape down. Well, like I said, stuff's a pain in the butt. So, the next step is to take the soldering gun, and solder the lights onto the copper tape, and to put 2 leads on it out here. And again, I'll remind you that with these bulbs, sorry, I'm just going to swing my magnifying glass across here because I cannot see these little holes. So one of these has a positive and one of them is the negative, and you want to make sure that all the positives are in one place and all the negatives are in another place. So to make sure that I'm not silly and forget what I'm doing, I'm going to put a plus up here and a negative down here. And I'm going to go away and solder this, do most of it, and I'll come back and show you just the very last one. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to give you a short video on how I went about doing the lighting for the shed. I have these filaments. These ones are rigid and can break easily. I have broken 3 already trying this, so I have to be careful. I have a whack of them, but I don't have that many that I can afford to screw up. So what I do is I take Q-tip and I put some flux on the copper, and then I take the soldering iron and touch it, and touch it, make a little bump. All right. Now, these have positive and a negative. I can't find it on this one. I'm going to get another one that I can actually see. I'll put that one back in here. There we go. Now, there it is. So there's a little hole in the positive terminal of the light. So now I'm going to come down. I'm going to reheat this solder that's sitting here. I'm going to move that over so you can see it better. So that's stuck there. And now we do the other side. You got to be very careful. Wow. Copper is very heat conductive, isn't it? So I'm going to put more solder on the tip here. And Push the bulb down gently. All right. Now, moment of truth. Where's, oh, it's the black one this time. All right. Whoops. Come on. Behave yourself. There we go. Now, and there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights to go into the ceiling. This will be set up so that if I ever have guests here and they want to see inside some buildings, the roof on the engine shed is going to come off easily because I'm not going to glue it, so it'll come off, and then people will be able to peer in. But I'll be removing this or moving it out of the way so they can see. So that's it for now, and it's stop. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're closing in on 200 videos, and on December 5th week, we're going to do a tour of the layout, all the locations. It's probably going to take me a week to clean up the top of the layout to make it presentable for you guys. But that'll be 5 years of videos on December 5th or 2nd, or somewhere in there. Anyway, in that week. So I want to thank you for watching, and as always, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you next week with a new video. I'm not sure what it'll be, but there'll be a video. Thanks.